Hey guys, it's Brandon here, coming at you with a video, and had some questions on my last video about how to make stubs, so I think I'd make my first basic stub making guide. I will have another one a few days after this with the best way actually to make the stubs, but I'm not ready to come out with that one yet, so we'll just start off with the basics for people who have like no stubs, low stubs, medium stubs, and high stubs, and we'll go from there. So, what happened to the rest of my money? Uh, I got it working in some orders, but we'll get to that in a second. So first we're gonna go with we got the low stubs, or no, we got no stubs. So if you have almost absolutely no stubs in the tens and like zeros of stubs, you might want to sell like one card to start this off, or you might need a little bit of money if you have absolutely none. But if you start off at like 64 is where the commons start, honestly it's not going to make you that much, but if you have tens of stubs, you know, if you're making like 50 off this card or something, you're going to be having a lot more money than you did earlier. Obviously this is like 80, this is the higher end of the examples for common cards. So if you have no stubs, what you want to do is you want something that's low cost and flips fast. It's going to be these cards. You want to make sure they're on a team, preferably. They'll sell for a little more if they're part of a set. Obviously, the free agents have a set, but just go for the lowest sell now price. List it, I'd say like one above, because these flip pretty fast. And also, if you don't feel like doing cards, you've heard these methods hundreds of times, you might want to go to the silver equipment. Obviously, put one in for, I don't know if it's 10 or if it's 25. It might be 25 since they're silver. Yeah, so you know, I'll put it in for 25, sell it for, I don't know, like 75, whatever that was. And then with no tax, you'd make about 50. Obviously, you're gonna have a little bit of tax, but if you have like no stubs in your account, making 50 stubs isn't that bad. So what we're gonna go to next is the low stubs. You have like 100 stubs, 200 stubs. It's all good. We can turn this around now. So we'll go back to the gear again. Gold gear, you got like 100 stubs. Let's give a good example. You know, 160, listed for 161, sell it for like 315. You're still making a decent amount. You got hundreds of stubs, so you might double your stubs, even get close to it. But you got to do these methods to work up to these higher methods, so you can be making thousands. And I'll teach you guys how to make thousands in a minute, but this is the way you got to do it. Sorry that there's no music in the background. Been getting some copyright claims. Obviously, I don't make money on these videos anyways, but I feel like it's good practice to not have it in. So yeah, you're making 100, 200, whatever from these golds. I know you guys don't want to hear about, oh, you just gotta flip cards. I'm just trying to show you like what the best cards are to do it on, obviously. So we're gonna go back to the bronze cards. You probably don't want to do any of the 74s just because they're already so high, and you want to be lower risk. Aaron Sanchez, we got buy 91, sell like 199. You're making 100. And if you're buying these cards in like multiples, you're making more than 100. But obviously, we probably don't have that many stubs since we're looking in the low category right now of hundreds of stubs. So you might be buying a couple at a time. They flip pretty fast is the good thing about these. The gold gear we showed earlier doesn't flip the fastest, so maybe cards are the best bet for you. Remember, probably on a team would be the best bet, but just stay 74 and lower, and maybe even lower than 74, just because those aren't the best for flipping. Now we're gonna go to, you have like 1,000 stubs that you can play around with. The good thing is, if we do this way, we're not gonna lose any, so we're gonna go to golds. But not just golds, we're going to have, geez, I don't even know what to go for. I was hoping there, So 84 marks the gold. You can do gold legends. The ones more around level 80 are probably the best. You don't want to buy like Jimmy Fox, because you can only buy him for a sell now of 1,000. You're gonna make like 100 off of it, and if we're already at 1,000, we're not looking to make 100, because you could make 100 at the last method. We're looking at like Tony Perez, maybe like 200 stubs there potentially, 200 to 300 here, 200 something like 300. You guys get the point. Like this one, we got like a solid 500, but then tax, obviously 10% on that. You know, you get the point of that one. But besides that, you can, if you're not looking for legends or any like the flashbacks or anything like that, these are probably, they don't sell that fast, but they do flip decently quick. You can see like these almost 400. So we're gonna go the other way. We got some silvers. Obviously these are high in price for some reason. 79s probably aren't your best bet, just like the bronzes aren't. We'll go to like the base of like 75. And there's some good cards that have a good differential value. You can always go for the flashback silvers, but if you're trying to make like 200, 300, there's some people that this one will flip for about 200. It's obviously a slow grind at this point, but once we start getting up to the higher stuff, it'll be a lot easier. This one's a decent one to go off for 200. So now we got the tens of thousands like I have. Well, I have 100, but the tens of thousands is how you make the big money. You're making thousands at a time. It's going to seem like it's getting so fast, but you obviously have to do the methods before this to get there. So you think I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, diamond cards. Diamond cards aren't the best for this. They are slow to flip. They can go up and down in price. It can get a little rough with all these high diamonds. So we're going to go back to the equipment like usual. Now I'm not going to just tell you, hey, pick any equipment. I have 3 equipments I was going off of. You saw one of them maybe in my active orders. I didn't really show it very much, but so what we're going to go first with is the armor knit. So the armor knit, I've been tracking the prices, so I've been trying to do it. It looks like the armor knit's best around 28,000. It'll, like, as soon as you buy an armor knit for like 28,000, don't sell it right away for like the 34. Hold on to it for a day or so, or like a few hours, and check the market again. It'll go for, instead of like the 34 in the buy now, it'll go up to like 40. It usually floats around 40. So when you buy it that low, hold on to it for a little bit. Don't get nervous. It'll be okay. It's going to go back up. It's been doing this for days that I've been tracking it. So the armor knit around 28,000 is a good bet if you have that kind of money. Obviously you got to work up to that. Then we have the, I think the next favorite will be the stance socks. Here's the stance gone yards. These are a little high for right now. So this is around the point where you want to sell it, because you want to buy this one at like 27. The last one was 28. This one's going to be 27. They're not all like this, but if you bought it at 27, it'll be a good one. And then what I'm really banking on right now, these elbow guards. Elbow guards around 20,000 is good, but the only issue with this is that it's almost out. I have this 15,500 bid, so I'd have that in my account if I wasn't bidding on it. But you see how after the 20,000 it starts going way down? You can't bid any lower than like 15.5, so that's why I did like the lowest. And you're like, you're not going to get it for 15.5. I did get it for, geez, I do a lot of orders, 17,000. When nobody else wanted it, I had 17,000, and now I can sell it for 26. That's like 10,000 stubs. That's pretty insane for that. It's still pending for selling, because I'm selling it for like, I think mine's a 17 or 27, maybe like 471. I think that one might be mine. So I'm waiting on that to sell, and then I'm going to make 10,000 stubs off this. So right now there's a low amount of orders, so you want to try to buy that, but I find most success around 20. So if you can just do that, you'll be making hopefully tens of thousands for that. And so my next method's going to be coming soon. It's going to be even better, probably lower risk than this. We'll see how it goes, but just make sure you're getting your money up so you can participate in the next method. I'm expecting around 20,000 for each thing that's in the next method. It's going to be big money though, so we gotta get our grind up to that. And if you don't have the money for it, you might want to start selling some players. You can always get, obviously you can't quite get, you know, Cody Bellinger at first base if you already had him. Like, I can sell my Paul Goldschmidt, I don't even care for him. I was hoping he'd go up with this Mexico series or whatever's going on, but he didn't really. So just find substitutes that are a little bit lower in cost so that you can sell them and hopefully get some stubs to play with in the market. Because if you play with it in the market and you listen to like what I'm saying, you'll make your money back and you can always buy them back, but you still have some more stubs to play with. So hopefully you guys are okay with selling some of your cards, because like I said, you will get it back if you're flipping your cards in the market. You're going to get that money, then some, and the more money you have, the more you can make from it. So that'll be the end of this video. I'll have the other method out in a couple days. I'll still post every day from now on, but in a couple days I'll come out with the next money making method, and then we'll make thousands from there. So hopefully you guys can leave a like on the video, subscribe. If you didn't like it, leave a comment, tell me why you didn't like it. I'll try to make another video based on what you guys didn't like or what you guys want to see. Just let me know. I'll teach you guys how to make the stubs, and we'll be rich together. Alright, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.